Now look, I almost never talk about nor pay any attention to college football. But, in this case, for this video, we got Belichick, who got his ass beat in his college football head coaching debut. At home, by the way. Right? Now, even though I didn't watch the game, I did catch on to the highlights before making this video. And I gotta say, Belichick, look, I've always said that he's overrated and that he's washed up and he's nothing without Brady, right? But for a guy who's coached on the professional level for so long, I would think that he would at least have a somewhat of a good game plan going into a college game, given that pro football schemes are usually far more advanced than college football schemes. But no. After looking at the highlights, Belichick not only could his offense not get anything going. I mean, his defense couldn't stop the run. And I mean, hell, TCU, they even had a pick six and a scoop and score touchdown. I mean, it's and not to mention, I think they scored 41 unanswered points after the Tar Heels got out to a 7-0 start. But yeah, this game from... Okay. Bill Belichick needs to... He needs to go. He needs to retire from football altogether. It's the ego. I mean, he's starting to take an ego page out of Brady's book, kind of. Except in this case, it's much worse because Belichick is overseas. He's 72 years old for fuck's sakes, right? And not only did he get his ass beat at home, in his college football coaching debut, he got his ass beat by a team that's not even ranked. Not even ranked. It would be one thing if this was somebody like Alabama, even though I think they had a bad game against, Florida State. It would be one thing if it was against somebody like Georgia, somebody like Clemson, Ohio State, Oregon. Right? I mean, what other good college teams are out there? I mean, it would be one thing if it was the Texas Longhorns. I mean that will at least be understandable. I mean, I'll even throw somebody I don't know. I mean, who else is good? Old Mississippi State. I mean, I'm not too familiar with college football that much, but but if he had lost to most of the teams at least that I just named, I could understand that. Right? It would be one thing if he got blown out by them, but he got blown out by TCU. TCU. And yeah, any team that plays UNC this year, I'm rooting for them. Because I fucking hate Belichick for all the times that he absolutely owned my team. And I know. On this channel, I've got, and on social media everywhere, I've been told by a number of people that I'm overly obsessed with bashing anything Patriot related, right? But look, here's the thing. Saying this as a Steeler fan, right? Look, we have lost to Belichick and the Deflatriots in the AFC Championship 3 times to none. 2 of them in our own house, right? Unless you know what it is like to lose the conference championship to the same team 3+ times, right? And if you don't know what that's like, and also to have little to no leverage against them, given that we hardly ever beat them, look, unless you know what that's like, I don't want to hear your shit about how I'm too obsessed with bashing the Patriots. I don't. And because look, every Steeler fan should hate New England and anything related to them. And any Steeler fan that doesn't is a fraud and needs their fanhood checked. And if they don't have New England, and I'll even say this, if they don't have, if every Steeler fan around, right? Look, if you're a Steeler fan and you don't have New England as at least your top three most among your most hated teams in the NFL, and or at least one of your top 5 most hated teams in all of sports, if neither of those applies to you, then you need to rethink your fanhood. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just what it is. Now, yeah, I'm not saying that every Steeler fan in the world has to hate New England as much as I do, because granted, it would be impossible to hate him as much as I do. But any Steeler fan out there that doesn't hate New England at all is a phony. And I don't want to hear the garbage about, oh, but Brady and Belichick are no longer there. Bullshit. You see, that would be like a 49ers fan saying, oh, I don't hate the Cowboys anymore because Jimmy Johnson, Troy Aikman, and Michael Irvin no longer play for them. Like, any Niner fan that says that is not a Niner fan, okay? Because I'm pretty damn sure just about almost every Niners fan in the world hates the Dallas Cowboys, right? Especially like the older generation Niner fans, like the Gen X and Baby Boomer. Like those generations of Niner fans, I know damn well every single one of them hate the Cowboys. And they hate them for similar reasons on why I hate the Pew Stinkling Patriots. And back when the Cowboys used to own them in the playoffs, like only those age group of Niner fans that I mentioned can relate to what I've gone through with how New England has owned us. And I guess you could say the Browns with like the Broncos. I know they lost 3 AFC title games to them. And even then, at least with the Niners, going back to them, at least with them, they beat Dallas in 2 NFC championships, even though it doesn't entirely make up for the fact that they've also lost 4 NFC championships to Dallas. And of course, the Niners, as of late, have owned the Cowboys recently. But, you know, I'm getting a little off topic. But yeah, Bill Belichick, like, the guy needs to retire, right? And people have been saying that this guy's a genius. Like, people forget that if Mo Lewis did not knock out Drew Bledsoe back in 2001, Belichick would have been fired after the 2001 season. Maybe even late during it. Maybe even that. And like even before he became the coach for the Pew Stinkling Patriots, right? Like because even when he got to the conference championship, at the very least, with teams like the Giants and of course the Jets, like because like even when he got to the conference championship, at the very least with those teams, like, you want to know who he was under the wing of? Bill Parcells. And if he wasn't there, then guess what? Belichick couldn't even get to the conference championship. Because, like, when he was the head coach for the Browns, he sucked with them. Even the 1 year that he was good with them, well, we beat his ass in the '94 divisional round. And then the year after that, the Browns were so shitty that the league said that they pretty much just sucked their way out of the league until 1999, when they came back. And I wonder what his granddaughter, or should I say his horrendously underaged girlfriend, who is nearly half a century older than, would think about this. Belichick is disgusting. Getting a girlfriend that he's like 48 years older than. Fuck out of here. But yeah, you know, after this game, it's like Belichick should just quit. He needs to retire for good. He really does. It's clear that he just does not have it anymore. And not only, and when you see that, not only was he awful, god awful, in 2023 in the NFL. It's like now he looks awful in college. To where he despite coaching on the professional level for so long, he can't even coach well on the college level at all now. Yeah, he is extremely washed up. It is time for him to retire from football altogether. I mean, hell, he shouldn't even be coaching high school. Like, yeah, I am convinced that he would get his ass beat in high school if he coached high school. I'm telling you, he really would. But yeah, not only do I hope UNC goes winless this year, especially if they're going to keep Belichick for the whole season and wait until after the season's over to fire him, right? But not only that, it's like, I was thinking, because even though I don't watch college football that much at all, and I've never had a favorite team, don't have one, right? But like, look, if I'm thinking about doing this, whoever beats UNC by the most points this season, I may or may not take that team as my favorite college football team. I may or may not. We'll see. But yeah, fuck Belichick. I'm glad he got his ass kicked in his college football coaching debut. I mean, his ego is just driving him the way it did Brady, except of course much worse. Because Belichick is in his early 70s. I mean, no coach. Like nobody should be coaching at that age or higher. I mean, that's just what I think. Belichick has no business coaching a football game ever again, even if it's high school, even if it's middle school. All right, he is absolutely done. He's cooked. He's cooked. I mean, if I'm being honest, like, you know, even though he absolutely owned Tomlin for his whole career, if he's really this bad, and if Mike Tomlin coached against him, I don't know. Tomlin may actually be able to beat Belichick. I'm not even kidding. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, it's only one game. No. It's not one game. This is literally him where he left off from 2023 in the NFL, except much worse. I mean, face it. Belichick is absolutely a shell of his former self. He is an absolute shell of his former self. 48-14. He got beat by 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns at home to an unranked college football team. Got beat by 5 touchdowns. If I'm being honest, like, they probably should have fired him at halftime. Anyways, I'm out, and fuck Belichick.